I'm feeling loose. I'm feeling spicy. I'm ready to do it. Okay. Red rogues. Now for part 2, we're going to continue our discussion of building rogues in 5e Dungeons and Dragons. In the first part, we went from levels 1 through 10. We talked about kind of the base decisions on how to choose class race. We have built 3 rogues so far that we're talking through. I'm Randall James. I'm talking about my assassin rogue. With me is Tyler Kamstra.
Hi, everybody. I'm talking about an arcane trickster because I can't not cast spells. I have a problem.
Yeah, it's addicted to foci. Anyway, we'll workshop that. Also, Ash Eli.
I'm confused. I thought we weren't doing an intro, but
it's not
doing
it's a reset. It's not an intro.
No, it's an intro.
Look,
I'm doing a Phantom Rogue. That's what I'm doing.
Look, we're doing the Dragon Ball Z thing. You come back from the commercial break and they spend the first 30 seconds like last time on Dragon Ball Z. It's like, no, that was 2 minutes ago for me. I know what happened. I was here.
Yeah.
It's like, you wasted a bunch of my time last time. It seems like you're about to do the exact same thing again. No, so we did the first 2
Randall,
tiers.
what the heck?
Oh, wait, is that us? Am I the baddie? No, so in the last episode, we did the first 2 tiers of play. This cycle around, we're going to talk through the next 2 tiers of play, 3 and 4. So let's start talking about our level 11 rogues.
Which you will totally get to in your normal campaigns.
Oof. All right. So welcome to level 11, the start of tier 3. Cantrip damage increases. Most martial classes are getting another big damage boost here. Improved divine smite, extra attack, brutal critical, etc. We, the rogue, the best martial class, get reliable talent.
Isn't that the new Nick Cage movie?
The crushing weight of reliable talent? Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, that sounds right. No, a massive the unbearable weight of massive talent, I think is what it's called.
Yeah, that's the one. I watched that. It was fine. All right. I enjoyed it.
Wow.
It was a lot of fun.
Endorsement.
It was a lot of fun. Nick Cage making fun of Nick Cage. All right.
Okay.
Reliable talent. Reliable talent. Anytime you make an ability check where you get to apply your proficiency bonus. So generally this is going to be skills, thieves' tools, etc. If you roll below a 10 on the D20, you just pretend it's a 10. So now your floor on your skill checks is 10. It's no longer 1. And that is huge because imagine you're in combat. Randall brought this one up earlier. Imagine you're in combat. You cunning action hide. You make yourself a stealth check. Oh no, I have rolled a 1. That gets bumped up to a 10, plus your dexterity, plus expertise. Your proficiency bonus is +4 now, so you're looking at +13 to your stealth modifier. So your minimum stealth check is 23, putting you wildly beyond the majority of creatures' ability to detect. You are borderline invisible if you spend an action to hide.
So either the creatures you're in combat with just have to eat it, which is probably the decision the DM is going to make in that case, or, and honestly better for you, they have to use their action to actively perceive you.
Exactly.
So yeah, this is great.
Yeah.
It's frustratingly great to the point where it becomes broken, especially when you're dealing with stuff like persuasion. Super fun.
Yeah, never fail to convince people of things, never fail to lie, never fail to pick a lock. You are reliable.
Okay, persuasion isn't mind control, right? Like we're not gonna, let's do this within reason. But on things that you should be able to achieve, you're probably gonna achieve them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is also a great incentive to get a lot of skill proficiencies. So if you can get additional proficiencies from your race, if you can get them by multi-classing, if you take skill expert or skilled, more skill proficiencies give you more things that you can apply reliable talent to. And having that fixed floor of 10 makes all of those skills considerably more reliable. Even without an especially great ability score modifier, you can still frequently be more reliable at those skills than other characters in the party who are better suited to those based on their ability scores. So, great incentive to diversify your skills here. Most people won't actually do that, but if you do, it feels nice.
I'm going to pick up an instrument just so I can be a better lutist than the bard. Just really own them.
Wow.
Yep. Bard is back in that corner crying. Fiddle, fiddle, fiddle.
I hear you all over this awesome solo.
Is that your guitar gently weeping? No, it's just you.
Bards are great, though. We'll talk about them one day.
Bards are great. I love bards.
Yeah.
All right, level 12. We get another ability score increase or feat. We've had 3 already. What's everybody doing?
Oh God, I don't know.
Okay, so
I know
I took 1 ASI, so I'm at Dex 18, right?
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna take another ASI.
Yeah. Okay. So that'll get you to 20 dexterity. How about you, Ash?
Don't ask me that.
Might be time to take Lucky if you haven't already.
Yeah, I think I'll take Lucky.
Lucky's really good. Nothing wrong with that.
Can I travel back in time and be an elf so I can also take elven accuracy? Is that the answer?
Sure, why not?
Right. No, in my head, I'm a Dampier. That's what I decided.
Oh, yeah. Dampier rogues are awesome. You can use the empowering bite with sneak attack. So the sneak attack damage becomes part of the bonus you get from the empowering bite. So you just,
that's what I'm basically deciding to do. Yeah.
Wait, what does empowering bite do?
Great.
I'm not familiar with.
It heals. It gives you bonuses.
It doesn't heal you. It doesn't heal you.
It doesn't heal you. No, yeah. It gives you bonuses though.
It gives you a bonus on your next ability check equal to the amount of piercing damage done by the bite. Now it's normally 1d4 plus your Constitution modifier, but it's a weapon attack.
But with sneak attack,
yeah,
it adds to it.
But it's my next ability check?
Yeah.
Okay, so for instance, to hide.
Yes, to hide, to shove.
Or anything. This is also another thing that's easily abusable by a bag of rats.
Yes.
Gonna pick a lock, bite a rat.
Yeah.
I'm imagining we're about to have combat, but like we're in that phase where we're still approaching each other, and you're cracking into a rat, just like toss aside as you approach me. It's like, make an intimidation check. Wait, you weren't trying to intimidate me? What are you doing?
It's really great.
Sometimes it's both.
Yeah, you can use it for like knowledge skills of like, wait, don't ask me this trivia question. Smarter than the wizard for one question.
Yeah, it's like the guy who, it's like the badass biker who's just always like eating an apple and just like talks to people, but this person is eating a rat. Just like, hold on one second. What were you asking me?
Yeah. Anyway, I'm going to take Resilient Constitution.
After that, yeah.
Yeah. Weird. Yeah, so I now have proficiency in Dex, Con, and Intelligence saves. So I'm doing pretty great. We're going to pick up Slippery Mind in 2 levels, and nothing will be able to stop me. It'll be awesome. We now get at level 13 yet another subclass feature. So let's see what we're all getting, because we're high level. Things are going to start getting wacky sometimes. When I started off, I'll start us off. So I get Versatile Trickster. So I gain the ability to distract targets with my mage hand. So as a bonus action, I can just say like one creature within 5 feet of my spectral hand, I get advantage on attack rolls against them. Elven Accuracy, I am on cruise control. The rest of my life is easy.
Okay, I'll be disappointing next. That way we can end on kind of a high note. I'm still having a lot of fun as an assassin, just surprise attacking people, but like that's my trick. That's what I do. We were talking about infiltration expert. That's what I got. Expertise. That's what I got last time. So I can impersonate somebody who doesn't exist. Now I get imposter. I can impersonate somebody who does exist. So I can hear somebody speak, and then I can perfectly imitate their speech patterns, their writing patterns, their behavior. I have to spend a bit of time like studying them to like get a feeling for this. And then I get advantage on the deception check to avoid someone discovering that I am not, in fact, that person. A lot of role play opportunity. It'd be really useful for a lot of quests that, folks might be doing, especially if you have a forgiving DM who's willing to kind of work with you to keep this interesting. Probably not helping me kill a lot of people. Although, again, great for surprise attacks.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, it's Father Jim. Father Jim, come on over here. Let's have a conversation. I spend 3 hours of my day every day impersonating the most innocent person that I see that morning at breakfast, just so I can then surprise attack people as that person, mainly to start the rumors about that person.
Terrifying.
Okay, I'm actually going to save Lucky for the next one. So I have 2 options that I'm actually kind of weighing right now. Actor, because having advantage on deception and performance is very good, and being able to mimic people's speech is also good, especially if I'm going to be building up some of my charisma to just be good at that, kind of be like a face. Or I could have some fun and take the poisoner feat, because, and you can correct me if I'm wrong about this, your bite attack counts as a weapon attack, right?
Are you brushing your teeth with poison?
Is that not bad for you?
Just look, it's like toothpaste. You're not supposed to swallow it.
That's fair.
Yeah, you just don't swallow it. And I believe,
always do
let
a
me
little.
double check.
I know.
And to be clear, you've gone back to your level 12 ASI or feat, and you're choosing what feat to take, right?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
So we have a practical guide to poison and poisoner. With a little bit of work, you can make it pretty great.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. The biggest problem is just the save DC on the poison doesn't scale, which is annoying.
That is annoying, but it's also funny when you get it off, and it also just makes the bag of rats even better.
Yeah.
Because now I'm adding the poison damage to that as well, which gives me an additional bonus.
Wouldn't it apply to the rats?
Well, he means the ability check bonus, but that's only the piercing damage.
No.
Yeah, if you want extra piercing damage, take Piercer.
Okay, Piercer then.
Yeah.
That's what I'm going to do.
Yeah, Piercer is pretty solid on rogues. You get to re-roll 1 damage die. If you score a critical hit, you get an extra weapon damage die, and you get +1 dexterity. So I could have taken that.
So you're telling me that if I can somehow make my rats unconscious, or inject them so that they're paralyzed, and I can score an instant crit on them. Oh god!
Oh, I assumed you were doing that already.
Of this. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
The cruelty potential on this is just out of the water, man.
If you're DM, you're getting to the point that if I'm your DM, we're getting to the point in conversation where I just hold out my hand and I'm like, we're gonna stop here.
You pass.
I think we're done. Okay, so that's what you're going to do for your 12 ASI. I think Tyler and I, we gave our 13 subclass features that we're getting. What's your level 13 subclass feature?
Oh, okay. Sorry. I didn't know that we had moved that far along. Okay, so my 13th level feature is... Yeah. I was still looking at feats. So
that's fair.
Excuse me.
They're awesome, and there's so many.
There's so many. Ghost Walk. So I can phase partially into the realm of the dead, becoming a ghost. As a bonus action, I assume a spectral form. While in this form, I get a flying speed of 10 feet. I can hover, and attack rolls have disadvantage against me. I can also move through creatures and objects as if they were difficult terrain, but I take 1d10 force damage if I end my turn inside a creature or object. And I can stay in this form for 10 minutes or until I end it as a bonus action. I can either get it back after a long rest, or when I activate it, I destroy one of my tokens, I can use it again.
Nice. It's pretty cool.
It's pretty great considering how easy it is to get the tokens. Yeah.
Especially with all these rats running around. Okay. I know we can't do this all the time. I do want to talk about another subclass's level 13 feat.
Okay.
So none of us took Thief. If any of us had taken Thief, we would be talking about use magic device. So by 13th level, you have learned enough about the workings of magic that you can improvise the use of items even when they are not intended for you. You ignore all class, race, and level requirements on the use of magic items.
Ooh, that's good.
Yeah. So this lets you use a very small handful of specific items, like a Holy Avenger is a legendary sword tailor-made for paladins that dates back to like the earliest days of D&D. It is paladin only. You must be a paladin to attune to it. If you're not a paladin, it physically harms you to use it. So you, as a thief, can ignore that. Now,
though, why would you? Because Holy Avenger is probably not going to be that great on a rogue.
they are typically a long sword, so yes, good question. Yeah, there really just aren't that many of those magic items, but Randall, I see you've added something spicy to the show notes here.
Yeah, so I can use sweet wizard scrolls. I can use scrolls in general.
Let's see. So
rules as written. To use a scroll, it has to be on your spell list. I'm going to argue that a spell list is a class feature because it's the wizard spell list or the bard spell list. So I think rules as written, we get to ignore that. What's my spell attack bonus going to be if it's a spell attack scroll? What's the saving throw going to be? DMG says 0+ proficiency, 8+ proficiency. Are you going to be good at using scrolls? Absolutely not. You're going to be terrible.
Not offensive.
But can I?
At least.
Yeah. Can I? Yes.
Okay.
Now, taking it one step further, rules as intended, Sage Advice, Jeremy Crawford has explicitly said, yes, use magic device allows thieves to use scrolls.
I'm okay with this happening because otherwise it is a pretty garbage niche feature. So yeah. Cool. You can use scrolls. It took you 13 levels to get to do something that wizards can do at level 1. Congratulations.
Meanwhile,
happy for you.
Me over here, the arcane trickster, just like, look what they need to mimic a fraction of our power.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, like rules as written, that's for stuff like requires attunement by a wizard, etc. But sure, yeah, making that more permissive. It's a really high level feature. If people make it that far, they shouldn't be disappointed by like, yes, I've never once encountered a magic item that this would apply to. So yeah, let me spell
that I wanted.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fun. I have no problem with them using spell scrolls. I honestly think that everybody should be able to use spell scrolls, but that's just me.
Yeah, I think one of the first times that I ran a one shot for random in Tyler, I missed the bit about it needs to be on your spell list, and I had a very innocent looking creature. I think use a spell off the warlock list from a scroll, and random immediately was looking at me like, oh no, and I'm like, I don't know what I've done wrong. I feel like I've made a huge mistake.
Yeah, me just coming from Elder Scrolls and like video game RPGs, like it always made sense to me. Like scrolls are the things that you just can use once and then they're gone. So I'm like, why doesn't everybody get to use them? They're for the people who can't use magic. Mm-hmm. Unless you're a wizard, then you can copy them into your spell book. Otherwise, why would you use scrolls at all?
It's extra ammunition for wizard. Like,
okay, all right, Mister. I know everything about everything.
I'm imagining just a thief falling off the building because second story work isn't third story work. It's like, yeah, how long am I going to be falling for? Quick, better fall. Okay, I wanted to talk about that because that's an interesting idea to me, and I think it'd be a lot of fun to let our thieves running around just burning through 500 gold scrolls and failing with them. It's fun. They can steal more money.
Let's see. So in 3X, use magic device was just a skill. Anyone could take it. Rogues had it on their class list, so they got bonuses. And you could use that to use wands and scrolls that weren't on your spell list. It was a pretty common tactic for rogues to heavily invest in this and then use low-level scrolls to produce various magical effects. Like, I need cover, I pull out a scroll of fog cloud. I need to sneak around somewhere, I pull out a scroll of invisibility because it's cheaper than a potion. So use magic device was very, very powerful in 3X. So it's D&D 3.0, 3.5, and PF1. Very, very powerful. They have since nerfed it because they didn't want rogues to run on spell scrolls in 5th edition, where magic items are supposed to be a little less common than they were in previous.
Actually, I want to ask you a question here. So Fast Hands allows me to use an object action as part of cunning action. Is reading a scroll using the use an object action? Could I actually no?
Tragically, no.
All
right.
That's essentially like casting a spell. Yeah.
Yeah. So
because it would have been cool if.
Yeah. Use an object is a specific action that lets you use non-magical objects. If an object has a specified action in its description that is a way that you use it, that action is not the use an object action. So potions, scrolls, magic items generally all say like, as an action, you can blah, 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 blah. So those are distinct from the use an object action. But use an object does let you do things like throw alchemist fire, apply poison to a weapon, climb a ladder, open a door, etc.
Eat a rat? No, probably not. But anyway.
But people already get a free object interaction on their turn. So it's a pretty niche feature.
Yeah. I mean, once you figure out you can throw alchemist fire as a bonus action, it kind of becomes the only thing you want to do.
That's true. So 14th level.
14th level.
Blind Sense.
Yeah. Blind Sense 10 feet. So there's now a fighting style that lets you get this at level 1. So now it feels a little silly for it to be level 14, but it's still pretty cool. At this level, invisible enemies are more common, so you need a way to handle them, and rogues don't have one built in unless you're an arcane trickster.
Throw that out there.
Yeah, look, spells are good. Blind Sense lets you, detect invisible creatures. If you use like I cast darkness or fog cloud, or I pull out a bottle of smoke, or ever smoking bottle. I always forget the name. Help me. We looked this up like 2 episodes ago.
It's a lot like whatever you just said.
The smoking bottle. Yeah, you pull out an ever smoking bottle, fill the room with smoke, and everyone's like, I can't see, and also I'm getting lung cancer. And the rogue is like, well, I came prepared. I have an N95 mask and blind sense. And then you just wander around in the darkness, sneak attacking from just outside everything's sight. So like they can't see you, you can see them just fine, and you have advantage. Yeah, so Randall walks in pitch darkness with assassinates people with blind sense. I have elven accuracy, so this is pretty great. Now, I am going to real quick pull up the text of blind sense, the ability specifically, just so I can make sure.
Oh, yeah, the ability itself. Oh, no, yeah. I have the, starting at 14th level, if you're, starting at 14th level, if you are able to hear, you are aware of the location of any hidden or invisible creature within 10 feet of you.
Okay. All right. So this gets just a tiny bit spicy because it is not blind sight. So I may have been a little hyperbolic before. So blind sight allows you to functionally see within the range. Blind sense makes you aware of things in the range, but they are still potentially hidden or obscured to you. You could say, oh, there's an invisible creature in that space, but I can't see them.
Which means I would have disadvantage on an attack against that creature.
Exactly.
You just know what space they're in. This is why Pathfinder's nomenclature of like hidden, revealed, all that stuff is so much better than in 5th edition. Listen to our stealth episode. It's there's all the spicy takes in there.
Yeah, I'm with you there, Ash.
5e is just really bad at its phrasing.
Yeah. So if you can only detect a creature with blind sense, it is unlikely that you'll be able to get advantage to deliver sneak attack. So this is a great place to like put another enemy of that creature within 5 feet of them. So a familiar, a random angry dog, a bag of rats, the snake that you wear as a necklace for whatever reason. Basically drop a creature next to them. You now qualify for sneak attack. You will have advantage against them because they can't see you. You will have disadvantage because you can't see them. So you're rolling straight, but you can still deliver sneak attack that way, which absolutely feels like cheating.
So a 14th level feature that the rogue gets is now worse than a level 1 feature that you can get on a fighter.
Yeah.
When you phrase it that way, I mean, it sounds...
Just saying.
Yeah. Yes.
Just saying.
I'm with you, man. It's a little disappointing. But hey, when they wrote it, blind fighting style was not an option. It's been years.
But like,
it got power crept.
Our proficiency bonus went up a little bit ago, though. So with expertise, we got like a +10 when we're doing our hiding checks.
Yeah, we're doing
real good over there.
So next level, Slippery Mind.
Yeah. Okay. Slippery Mind. Rogues by default get proficiency in dexterity saves and intelligence saves. This one adds wisdom. We're real good at dexterity saves between proficiency and evasion and high dexterity. Wisdom is always a huge defensive gap for martial characters because you typically have terrible mental stats and no proficiency in those saves. So you're very vulnerable to things like hold person, dominate person, any fear effect. Like all those things can very quickly take martial characters out of a fight, and rogues aren't immune to that. Slippery Mind helps. At this level,
It
it's another
does come
+4.
a bit late.
Yeah. Yeah, it does.
It does come a bit late.
It is still good though. Like more save proficiencies never hurt.
It's good. That's good.
And hey,
It's good.
I took Resilient Con, so now I've got proficiency in all 3 of the big saves and also intelligence.
It is funny that there's the big 3 saves, and it just brings to mind, it's like, why didn't you just go back to the 3 saves that you had in 3.5? Because that's basically all we use anyway. Reflex, fort, and will is just dexterity, con, and wisdom.
Yeah, but then
and sometimes intelligence, very rarely charisma, and probably even more rarely strength.
but then you build a wizard who only targets strength, intelligence, and charisma saves, and you find that everything is so much easier.
Yeah, that is true.
Just mind whip, mind sliver, and banishment. Oh, and
Yeah, it's brutal.
grasping hand. Yeah. Oh, I got 3rd level spells at level 13. I almost forgot that. I can fireball now. Yeah.
Congratulations.
Yeah, and with magical ambush, if I'm hidden when I cast that fireball, all of my targets have disadvantage on their save.
Jesus.
Yeah.
It's brutal.
Uh,
Yeah, that's brutal.
Of course, like I'm level 13, wizards are casting level 7 spells, so I'm a bit behind, but more likely I'll probably...
Can you take fireball as an arcane trickster? I thought you were limited to enchantment and illusion.
You get like 1 unrestricted spell at each spell level, if I remember correctly. I always have to double check this one. Go read the wording of your features, folks. It's very important. Spells you gain at 8th, 14th, and 20th level can come from any school of magic. So my 8th level one is Find Familiar. My 14th level could be Fireball for all I care. 20th level, boy, what am I going to do with a 4th level spell at 24? Who knows?
Well, we'll get there. We'll get there.
The world is our oyster.
It's now time for another feat.
Yeah. Level 15, we don't get anything. Level 16, we get yet another feat.
No. Level 15, we got Slippery Mind.
I thought that was 14. Did I miscount?
Nope.
14's blind sense.
14 is blind sense.
That's right.
15
is Slippery Mind. 16th. Yeah. We get something at every level as a rogue.
Very
That's great.
cool.
All
right.
I'm gonna go with Lucky.
Solid choice.
Mm-hmm.
Boy, I'll actually have to think about this one. I'm really tempted to go for Warcaster.
It's not a bad one.
Honestly, I don't think it would see all that much use. Like, I'm not planning on getting hit a whole bunch because I'm going to spend so much time like darting in and out of melee or hiding in magical darkness and, elven accuracy shenanigans. Yeah, Warcaster could be fine. Lucky is always a solid choice. Yeah, I'd say just default to Lucky. How about you, Randall?
I'm looking at Shadow Touched, mainly to learn to cast invisibility on myself. I'd also get another 1st level spell. Mm-hmm. If I take Silvery Barbs, can I give myself advantage?
Oh, okay. So
or you have to pick another creature.
Yes, that, but also there's a spell school limitation for the 1st level spell.
Illusion and Necromancy
It's
magic.
illusion or necromancy.
Okay, what's a good choice from that space?
Let's see.
Fey Touch?
I have the list here. Cause fear, color spray, disguise self, distort value, false life, illusory script, inflict wounds, ray of sickness, or silent image.
Silent image, honestly, is probably your best bet out of that list.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. I wanted invisibility.
Yeah, reasonable.
Disguise self is also pretty good.
But I feel like I'm already good at that. What with I have imposter handed.
Yeah.
Yeah, at this level, it's not all that useful.
At this level, we probably also have a few magic items rolling around. So like a Hat of Disguise is not out of the question. We're getting close to the levels where a Ring of Invisibility it becomes an option. Realistically, you're probably only going to get 1 legendary magic item, maybe 2 if you get to level 20. If you get a Ring of Invisibility, it's like that's my thing. Best thing. Yeah.
No, that's fair. Yeah, I think if I knew that I had that kind of option, I'd probably go for something generic, like maybe Skill Expert, maybe Lucky at this point. But yeah, I'm going to ride. I have invisibility now, and I'm very excited about it. You can't tell. You can't see me.
That's level 16, so that is the end of tier 3. So we've been through all that. Let's look at what does a turn look like in combat for a rogue at this point? Like, how much have things actually changed for us from lower levels? I'm seeing Randall just shaking his head.
So before we got in a situation where anybody needed stabbing, I spent 3 hours studying the local priest, disguised myself as that person, mimicking the speech patterns and everything else. I used that to approach the one person that we were really looking forward to doing the murdering of. And then at that point, I stabbed them. I did a really good job of stabbing them. So I got my sneak attack. No, I didn't stab him. From a distance, I was like, haha. And I hand crossbowed them with a sniper feat. And because of my elven accuracy, we decided, yeah, that's great. So I'm certainly going to hit them. And so then I'm going to get +10. I'm going to get all of that sneak attack damage, which at this point, we said we're at level 17. So I'm rolling 9d6 for my sneak attack, and that feels real good. And then I'm rolling my regular dice. I don't even need to roll the hand crossbow dice. Nobody cares about that little guy. 96 is enough. But then because I'm an assassin, it's a crit because I have surprise. And so instead I get to roll 20d6. I get to roll 20d6, and they get to deal with those consequences.
Yeah. 20d6 plus 5 from dex plus 10 from sharpshooter. That's pretty solid damage, man. It's averages around 85. It's pretty good for one shot.
And I hope it's enough. That's me in combat.
How about you, Ash? What do your fun tricks look like?
Well, I can bite people and just make myself really good. Probably going to use a combination of rapier and biting. And I can sneak attack, obviously. But then I can also apply half of my sneak attack to just people around me. And I can do that every turn if I want to, which is pretty great.
Yeah.
And what I can do is I can go in, hit a guy, do sneak attack damage to him, and do it to his buddy that's 30 feet away, and then get out of dodge without provoking attacks of opportunity, and then hide. And I'm done.
Yeah.
I'm the most annoying person on the battlefield.
All right. I'm spending a lot of time running around, me and my mage hand. If I can, I'll just shadow blade and fight people in the dark for easy advantage. Otherwise, I can use mage hand ledger domain, just distract them with the hand and then advantage. But like, all of my attacks are being made with elven accuracy advantage. I can upcast shadow blade to 3rd level, so I'm doing like 3d8 plus dexterity before I even look at sneak attack. So just things are going pretty great for me. I've got a couple of spells to throw around, cause some shenanigans. If I get scared, I can cast Minor Illusion and hide inside of a pretend barrel. It'll be great. Love Minor Illusion so much.
By the way, sidetrack, Randall, if you wanted silvery barbs, you should take Fey Touched, because Fey Touched gives you silvery barbs.
Okay, but can I give myself advantage with silvery barbs? Or do I have to pick another character?
Pretty sure it has to be another creature.
You have to pick another creature.
I don't want to help other people.
Because I will say, if you're playing in my games, you can't take silvery barbs because I have banned it.
Silvery barbs and beast clerics.
I have told everybody I will allow you to play whatever you want. Literally, the only thing that I will ever ban is silvery barbs. I'm even okay with peace clerics, but no silvery barbs. Nope. No, thank you.
All right. We've done it. We've reached level 17. We are tier 4. We are as close to epic level as 5e has. Cantrips get better again. Things are getting off the rails here. Wizards are casting Wish. Clerics are wishing they could cast Wish. A bunch of high-level spellcasters are all casting Foresight and thinking, boy, I wish I had the Foresight to play a wizard so I could cast Wish.
Oh, Lord.
I know. And now we're rogues.
Druids are casting Shape Change.
That's true. Shape
which
Change
is also very dope.
Yeah. See, we get 96 sneak attack damage at this point, and it looks like we get our very last subclass feature. What does everybody get?
Actually, okay, before we talk subclass features, I also want to highlight, because expertise is such a critical part, combining with reliable talent. Before we get to our ability modifiers, if you have expertise in a particular skill, your minimum roll is 22 plus your ability modifier.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
So
Rogue,
that's what I'm hiding with.
Insane.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I didn't want to slip that. Proficiency bonus is hugely meaningful, getting up to 6.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry, I interrupted though. Let's talk subclass features.
Yeah.
Mine doesn't suck for once.
Hey.
All right, Death Strike. I'm gonna go ahead and read it because I feel like that's the most fun way to convey information.
Yeah.
Through storytelling. Starting at 17th level, you become a master of instant death. When you attack and hit a creature that is surprised, it must make a Constitution saving throw. On a failed save, double the damage of your attack against the creature.
Oh, that's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
How does that stack with critting?
I think you roll the crit, and then if they fail the con save, you double it again.
Yeah, I'm sure I've looked at this before and probably arrived at the exact same conclusion. So yeah, 4 times your damage. Pretty great.
Yep. So
Hey, in Pathfinder, you could get a 4 times crit modifier by just using a scythe.
That's true. That's true. But
That's
hey,
fair.
5e, you don't have to confirm critical hits. So
That's true. but in Pathfinder 1, you get to double everything, including modifiers, if you crit.
that's true. That's true. It does really make a difference.
So expectation values being what they are. No, we're multiplying by 2. We're not doubling the amount of dice.
Yeah.
But just imagine at 96 just for the sneak attack damage, plus 1d6 for the hand crossbow. So I'm at 10d6. When I get that sweet surprise that we've obviously optimized our strategy around because people at my table love me and they want me to be happy, I'm effectively rolling 40d6
Yeah.
for that first hit. And it feels so good.
Christ. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's why high level assassination rogues can just come in, throw a knife at someone, and they're just instantly dead.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's
So,
pretty badass.
On the order of 140 expectation value, 140 damage expectation value before
Mhm.
the measly, like, oh, I also technically did get to add dex to that.
Sharpshooter ability modifier. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
plus 10 times. Well, no, you don't double the plus 10 for the crit, right? But I
No.
would get to double it for this feature. So it would be
Mhm.
plus 20. We're having a
Yeah.
great time.
Throw in like a vicious weapon.
Ugh.
Yeah. Make yourself a bugbear.
Savage attacker.
Yeah. Half orc, bugbear, one of those two. Yeah. In general, like that's a big pile of damage if you can get a surprise attack off. And you have crossbow experts, so you get to attack twice. So you might get to do that twice in one turn.
Insane.
Yeah.
That's a great point, actually.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Feels good, doesn't it?
Having fun right now.
Yeah.
So my 17th level feature is kind of underwhelming compared to that. It's called Death's Friend,
Okay.
which allows me to use my wills from the grave to deal necrotic damage to both the first and second creature. So now I can add more damage to the first creature while also doing damage to the second creature. So it's not bad.
So you're
Not bad.
effectively doing double the sneak attack dice.
My sneak attack plus well, no, it's sneak attack plus half for one creature, and then half
again
for the other creature.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
total, that's double your sneak attack dice. That's
It is-
significant.
Yeah, no, it is pretty good. But then at the end of a long rest, a soul trinket appears in my hand if I don't have any soul trinkets. So
That's nice. Yeah. You had a whole bag of rats, but now, like,
Consolation prize.
oh yeah, yeah, consolation prize. I lost all my rats. Oh, but I get one anyway. There you go.
All right, so I get Spell Thief.
this is cool. This is cool to me. I hope that shrug wasn't you hate it.
Okay. In 3rd edition, there was a class called the Spell Thief, and they were a diet rogue whose whole thing was I get to steal both prepared spells and ongoing spell effects from other spellcasters, which meant like if you're facing a bunch of enemy spellcasters, like I'm gonna take your mage armor, I'm gonna take your shield, I'm gonna take your energy resistance, just mine, all mine. But in exchange, you are a really terrible rogue. This is what remains of that disappointing class. So immediately after a creature casts a spell that targets you or includes you in its area of effect, you can use your reaction to force the creature to make a saving throw with its spellcasting ability modifier. If it targets you with fireball or whatever, it doesn't matter. They make a saving throw using their ability modifier for casting spells. Like wizard, they make an intelligence save. DC equals your spell save DC. So this is at this level 14 plus my 2 or 3.
That's real bad.
Yeah, it's real bad.
That's really bad.
Yeah. On a failed save, I negate the effect against me and steal knowledge of the spell if it's at least first level and of a level you can cast, which means first level spells through fourth level spells. So it's like they use their best ability score against my like middling ability score. I have to spend my reaction to force this to happen. They have to fail that save. The spell has to be of a spell level that I can cast, which is only going to be first level through fourth level spells. If it works, I do get to negate the spell, and I steal knowledge of the spell, and I can cast it using my spell slots, which is kind of neat, and that creature can't cast the spell again for 8 hours. Even if it does not even if it doesn't work, or if it does work. Pass or fail, I can only use it once per long rest. And more than likely, it's going to fail.
Doesn't a long rest take 8 hours?
Yeah.
So, like, I can use it once. That's what they said.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ash, fix it, please. I was excited because I read it, but I didn't read good.
So here's how I would fix this. They have to do the same saving throw as the spell, because it's stupid that they would have to do it from like their best ability score. And they have to do it against their own DC, because that just makes more sense to me. And it would be more likely for it to go off. Then you steal knowledge of that spell and just let them cast it. If it's too powerful, let them cast it once and then it's done. Yeah. All right. But that is like such a minor tweak. And we're at 17th level. Stuff is supposed to be overpowered.
Yeah.
Okay. Ash, how about this? Every time you cast the spell, you make a DC intelligence saving throw 10 plus the spell level. So you have to beat an 11 if it's a first level spell. You have to beat a 12.
Yeah. So if it's a higher level than what you can cast, I agree. Then you'd have to do it like if you're reading a scroll, because casters can still read scrolls that are a higher level than them. They just have to make an Arcana check.
That is a good idea. I mean something slightly different. Cast a spell as you normally would and everything's perfectly fine. The question of, do you get to keep casting the spell again and again? Every time you cast a spell, there's a possibility you're going to lose it.
That's also good. Yeah, I do also like that.
So it balances. You're probably not going to keep it forever, but I get to use it more than once.
But if you hate that, then my other recommendation is you make them do their Arcana check to cast the spell. And once they successfully cast it, it's gone forever. That is my recommendation. Again, 17th level feature. It's okay for things to be broken.
I'd be happy if I could steal knowledge of spells of a level I can't cast and just like, I know how to cast a 5th level spell that I stole from you. I can't. I know how. I don't have spell slots for it, but look at me. I have this now.
Yeah,
you don't.
It would be super cool though. Like say like the necromancer cast Finger of Death on you. You rebound it back to them, but they don't get affected by it because it never says that they get affected by it. So you just steal that knowledge from them, and then on your next turn, you cast it on them. It's like, hey, remember you tried to cast Finger of Death on me? Ooh, no reverse. I mean, come on. That's just awesome, and it's cool, and it's what I would expect from a 17th level feature.
Yeah, especially at once per day. Yeah.
So I had this vision in my head, and I recognize now it's never going to happen, and I'm sad about it. Imagine like I've got a party like all arcane tricksters, and they get a bunch of like buffs where they go into town, they go to the wizard school, and it's like, we need you to buff us. Don't ask why. And then they just run around casting these spells on one another like every night before they go to sleep. It's like, all right, my turn for you to hit me with invisibility. And I'll feather fall you. I don't know, whatever. With the idea being that they're carrying around these spells round robin every day.
Yeah, no, that's pretty fun. I do like that.
That would be neat.
We have to get the spell into the Lost City so that we can cast the spell to solve whatever puzzle we're trying to solve. Couldn't you just bring a wizard? They're squishy. We didn't know.
I would understand if people were hesitant to change like this at like, 8th or lower level. This is 17th level. Come on. Just let them do the cool thing.
The wizard is using Wish to cast Simulacrum and Clone for free. And you're worried about the arcane trickster being able to cast a 2nd level spell once per day.
Yeah, no, it's stupid. Just let them do the cool thing.
It's fine. Whatever. Yeah. All right, level 18. We now get elusive. Beginning at 18th level, you're so evasive that attackers rarely gain the upper hand against you. No attack roll has advantage against you while you aren't incapacitated. So if enemies surprise you, if they're invisible, if they're hidden, whatever, doesn't matter. They don't get advantage. Screw them.
Just don't get hit by those hold persons because they suck.
Yeah. Well, hey, we've got Slippery Mind to help us with that one now.
Yeah.
Hopefully you didn't dump wisdom too much. All right, level 19. Everybody's favorite game. We got another feat. What do we do with it?
Woo! I'm going to go with alert or observant. I think that's all I got.
Yeah, I'd say alert is probably a great choice for Randall as well. Like that +5 bonus to initiative checks. Pretty good for an assassin.
Yeah, I want that.
Yeah, it's super good.
Yep.
You should have taken that earlier, honestly.
In retrospect,
kind
it was
of
a mistake.
Alert is kind of a necessity on assassin.
Yeah.
I should have pulled up a full list of feats before we started that. It's a lesson I've learned.
Same with Gloomstalker Ranger. If you want to be a good Gloomstalker Ranger, it's kind of necessary to take alert.
Well, Gloomstalker doesn't really depend so much on going first. I mean, it always helps, but you don't need it unless you're doing the like assassin Gloomstalker fighter combo.
No, I think don't they get a feature that they also get a feature that does bonus damage to creatures that haven't acted? No, never mind. I'm thinking of it's their first turn. It's their first turn that they do that.
Yeah, they get an extra attack that deals an extra 1d8 damage, and they get plus 10 feet of move speed on their first turn.
Right. Gloomstalker and Assassin are just so analogous. They go together so well that I can't separate them in my head.
Yeah, the Gloomstalker is the peanut butter. The Assassin Rogue is the jelly. The 2 levels of fighter for Action Surge is the completely plain white bread.
But it really holds a sandwich together.
They call that
it really does.
In the Baldur's Gate community, they're calling that build the Hitman. Is what they're calling it.
It works. It works so well.
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
It's very good.
Gosh, I sincerely don't know what I would do with yet another feat at this point. 2 points in Constitution. Piercer wouldn't be awful, even though I'd be wasting the ability score increase. Mobile could be fine. Fey Touch would be good for the additional spell casting. Like, yeah, there's a few options. Maybe I'll finally take Warcaster. I don't know. All right.
What are you taking, Randall?
I'm going to take alert. That sounds brilliant. I think it's going to help a lot. I probably should have done this earlier. It's going to be great.
Well,
all right. What's our capstone feature?
Stroke of Luck. So all 3 of us have taken lucky at this point, I think. Uncanny Knack for succeeding when you need to. If your attack misses a target within range, you can just turn it into a hit. Or if you fail an ability check, it's a 20 now. Although you can only do it once per short or long rest. So, like, yeah.
One change that I would make to this, just one change, is so you can turn a miss into a hit, or you can turn a hit into a crit. It's 20th level.
Yeah.
Just let us do it.
Yeah, that would be
because otherwise this is kind of an okay capstone, but it's not amazing. Now it's amazing. Now it's a great
place for not sorcerer.
A great one.
But once per short rest, I get to turn a hit with sneak attack. So I get to turn my 10d6 total into 20d6.
Yes.
Just, okay.
It's
cool.
20th level.
Yeah, I mean, this is awesome for you, Randall, because like if you do manage to miss one of your attacks on that first turn, you've done the work. They're surprised. You've got Death Strike. You're ready.
No. Everything was as it was supposed to be. What?
Yeah.
What?
You fire. You have advantage. You miss anyway. I disagree. This misses a hit. They're going to fail that save, and they're going to take 40d6 damage plus change.
I will.
Are you familiar with ricochets?
Oh, sorry, 44 at this level.
I will say Baldur's Gate through the Illithid features lets you turn a hit into a crit below 12th level, and it didn't break that much.
It kind of broke a few things.
Okay, a little bit, but it was fun. All right, it was fun, and I think that was the operative word. And it's 20th level. Come on.
Yeah.
Let's turn a hit into a crit. We're rogues.
Once per rest. Come on.
Yeah. So
come on.
I'm getting. So yeah, like you said, it's actually 44
Counting the D6 from your weapon.
Christ.
Yeah.
Okay.
Jesus Christ.
1d6 weapon, 10d6 sneak attack, plus 10 sharpshooter, plus 5 dexterity. And then by this level, if you don't have a magic weapon, you're not playing with magic weapons.
Yeah.
Okay.
+3, obviously. Yeah.
So what's the expectation value on that? Like ballpark. We don't have to be perfect here, but
170.
Or perfect. That's fine too. Okay. What's a wizard doing on their turn at this point? Or what's a fighter with like extra attack doing on their turn?
They're doing wish.
I wish you were dead. That's
yeah. To quote Baldur's Gate, I wish you to end. Boy, that's a fun way to end an auto mode playthrough. Woo!
Yeah. Oh, did that happen to you?
Not on honor mode, but like I did that. Like,
oh god,
they did let the 20th level caster just kill me across the plains.
Yep.
Yeah, wizards are casting wish for their army of naked wizards. Druids are casting foresight or shape change and turning into whatever they want for an hour. Yeah, spellcasters are running away with it. So giving rogues the ability to get one guaranteed crit per short rest, not going to break anything.
Awesome.
Yeah,
is what you meant to say.
It feels real good.
It does.
Okay.
It feels real.
But that's not what we got. But it would feel really good if that's what we got.
I mean, what we got is still cool. Like you said, just imagine I go through everything. We go through the ropes. We set ourselves up for that surprise attack, and then I miss, and everybody's just staring at me like we suffered for this.
Use it. Yeah.
Yeah. No, that's fair too. Bard, you were here to give me inspiration. What are you doing? So I want to ask a question. I don't know if there's anything we want to talk about for tier 4 play in particular, but I want to ask a big picture question about the rogue.
Okay.
Is this worth it? Is the capstone worth it? Or along the way, should we have multi-classed and then maybe stopped at 17, 18?
Oh, that's a hard question.
I probably would have multi-classed, to be honest.
Yeah, multi-classing for some extra features to just make you more reliable in general is probably a better choice. If you're building an archery rogue, levels in anything to get you fighting style archery is going to be a massive increase to your accuracy and therefore your damage output. There's just a ton of really great options for like 1 or 2 levels. A single level in a bunch of varieties of cleric would be great for guidance to boost your skill checks. Proficiency in better armor and shields. You're never going to wear the armor, but shields are nice. A level of wizard for like just low level, first level spell buffs and the ability to cast rituals and things like that. There's a ton you can get out of multi-classing. Realistically, I think I would probably multi-class right after level 17, or depending on your class feature, or depending on your subclass features, maybe way earlier than that. It really depends on your specific build. People generally don't play assassin much further than 3rd level before multi-classing into something else.
Yeah, because I'm looking at it.
Yeah, that is true.
Would it be wise to take 2 levels in fighter so I get all the benefits of fighter? I get to take that fighting style, and then I also have action surge. So occasionally, if I need to dump more damage, I have the opportunity to do it.
If you were doing decent damage with things other than sneak attack, which your build, you've got sharpshooter, so you are. Yeah, 2 levels in fighter for action surge, and then a couple levels in ranger to get gloomstalker. So every time you take the attack action, you get that additional extra attack. I think 3 levels in gloomstalker, 2 levels in fighter, and then the rest in assassin rogue. Your first turn with crossboxer, you could be making 5 attacks, all with +5 from dex, +10 from sharpshooter. You've got the attack bonus from archery, and then against surprised creatures, you have advantage, and if you hit, they're automatic crits. So you're just dropping a mountain of damage on these folks. And then at that point, sneak attack feels neat, but not super impactful by comparison.
Yeah, it's not actually
right. Yeah.
At that point, I don't actually know why I'm playing assassin anymore.
Exactly.
Because I really wanted to engineer surprises.
Yeah.
Love surprises. Okay. Which I guess the fun thing there too is that I could I also get 2 fighting styles. I mean, the way you're describing it, it sounds like also just taking 3 levels in Gloomstalker and forgoing the fighter altogether might be wise.
Yeah, it works fine. You really want, like, the fighter Gloomstalker combo is because action surge triggers Gloomstalker's their bonus attack on turn 1 again. So you can get a weirdly large number of attacks.
Yeah.
Okay, so really, if I wanted to build the first round of combat bot, I want my assassin Gloomstalker fighter.
Exactly.
Cool.
Yeah, that's the build that you can just one shot most powerful enemies just immediately.
Cool. What are you folks thinking?
Where would I multi-class? I think as Arcane Trickster, I'd probably multi-class right after I got Magical Ambush. So like right around 10 probably. Actually, no, I really like Versatile Trickster. So I'd probably go 13 Arcane Trickster and then probably a couple levels in Wizard just to improve my spellcasting. Like getting Booming Blade on a rogue is cheating. It's just so stupidly good.
Okay, and why is that?
Because you still make a weapon attack, so you can still deal sneak attack, and you get the bonus damage from the spell, and you get the crowd control effect, which damages them if they move. So, like, I can walk up, Booming Blade, get my sneak attack, big pile of damage on you, cunning action, disengage, and just back away. It's like, you want to come to me? Sure, you're going to take, like, 3 or 4 d6 of damage if you do it, which isn't a ton at this level, but it's enough that you might think about it.
Yeah.
For me, there's a few ways I could take this. If I wanted to be more of a face and like a charisma sort of person, I probably would have multi-classed a lot earlier to do just a dip into everybody's favorite Hexblade. Because I mean, it's such a good combination with Rogue. And the other option that I could do that wouldn't be as like good in combat, but would lean into the flavor of the character a bit more, I would probably multi-class after like level 10. No, probably level 11 because Reliable Talent is just so good.
Yeah.
But I would multi-class into, if I was going Intelligence Rogue, I would multi-class into Wizard and be a Necromancy Wizard. Lean into that Dampier, like aristocrat kills you with biting and the wails of the damned while also summoning dead people. Like, it would just be cool. Wouldn't be the most amazing in combat, but it would just be a very fun, cool build to do.
But like, imagine if the last thing you hear before you die is just like, oh
Lord.
Look, there's nothing preventing me from casting Summon Beast and summoning a bunch of whales in a column directly above you.
Death by gravity.
Yeah.
And all the whales could think was, not again. Oh, no, that was the potted plant. Anyway. We have a question of the week this week. This week, our question of the week comes to us from @SambaDeath. What is a class you think is way better in 5e than PF2 and vice versa?
That's a toughie.
Yeah.
At least from Pathfinder 2 to 5e. I can answer the 5e to Pathfinder 2 easily.
Yeah, it's several of them.
Yeah.
I'm going to say Wizard.
That's fair. That's fair.
Like, Wizard has some really cool stuff going on in PF2, especially if you go for like the Universalist subclass. They're kind of having an identity crisis in the remaster, and for a while they've kind of struggled to have a mechanical niche, because in PF2, sorcerers are really, really good to the point that wizards feel kind of underwhelming. The wizard's signature ability to change their spells per day, it's like, okay, great, witches can do that, clerics can do that, a bunch of other classes can do that, so it's less unique, it's less impressive. And wizards just don't have a ton of super unique class features or class feats that set them apart from other classes. You do still get that wizard fantasy of like, I'm gonna hoard all these spells and put them in my spell book because I can't not. But it doesn't have that same, like, I am the utility monster, I can become a completely different spellcaster the next day, all I need is a quick nap and some time to prepare, and I'll have a solution to every problem. You don't quite have that fantasy in PF2, in my opinion.
I would say, I think that while I do like Pathfinder 2 caster classes, I think that they are strictly less powerful in Pathfinder 2 than in 5th edition. And a lot of that has to do with how magic works in Pathfinder 2, and how, like, even for spontaneous casters, if you want to heighten cast a spell, you need to learn that spell multiple times unless it's like one of your specialties. So especially if you're coming from 5th edition, where casters are game changers on the battlefield to the point where marshals can't even hope to keep up with them. In Pathfinder 2, it is a lot more balanced, which I think is ultimately a good thing. But I think that if you really like casters, it's going to be a bit of an adjustment in Pathfinder 2 because you're not as much of a game changer as you are in 5th edition.
Definitely.
That's being said, the class that I think got the biggest advantage from 5th edition to Pathfinder 2 is the monk. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Monks are so cool.
They're
in
so
Pathfinder
cool.
2.
Yeah.
They're so cool. They're scary cool.
Yeah.
Like they are very scary. Even just the NPC monks are terrifying. If you want to play that monk fantasy, just do Pathfinder 2. Do yourself a favor. It's way better.
Yeah, and like the different ways you can build a monk are just so fun. Like you can build around stances, you can build around weapons, you can build around becoming a Super Saiyan. That's an option. It's not called that.
Yeah.
It's an option.
They knew what they did.
They really did.
Yeah, there's just so many stances, and like the way you approach combat and stuff changes when you change your stance, which you can do with one of your 3 actions.
Yeah.
It's super cool to just be able to bull punch, switch to crane stance, crane strike. It's so cool. It feels like you're in a wuxia novel. It feels really cool.
I'm with you, fellas.
Okay. We can't overlook fighters. Fighters in PF2 are awesome.
Oh yeah.
If you want to take a fistful of math and punch a game in the face with it, PF2 fighters. Also, they just get
baseline. Yeah, I mean, also baseline. I think they're one of the only classes that get attacks of opportunity. So
yeah,
also very good.
Mm-hmm.
All hail the Leisure Illuminati. I'm Randall James. You'll find me at amateurjack.com and on Twitter and Instagram at JackAmateur.
I'm Tyler Kampscha. You'll find me on RPGBOT.net, Facebook and Twitter, RPGBOT.Net, most other socials as RPGBot.
And I'm Ash Eli. You can find me skulking around on Twitter at Graven Ashes or on YouTube at Ash Raven Media. If you want to hire me to run your heist, feel free to hire me at startplaying.games, link in the description.
If you have enjoyed the show, please rate and review us on Apple Podcast and rate us on Spotify or your favorite podcast app. It's a quick, free way to support the podcast and helps us to reach new listeners. You'll find links in the show notes. You'll find affiliate links for source books and other materials linked in the show notes, as well as on RPGBOT.net. Following these links helps us to make this show happen every week. If your question should be the question of the week next week, please email podcast@RPGBOT.net or message us on Twitter at RPGBOT.Net. Please also consider supporting us on Patreon, where you'll find all kinds of great rewards. At any tier, you'll get early access to RPGBOT.content and polls for future content. At our $3 tiers, you'll enjoy your choice of ad-free podcast episodes or ad-free access to RPGBOT.net. At our $5 tiers and above, you'll get both, plus access to the RPGBOT.Discord. You'll find us at patreon.com/RPGBOT.
You ever say a word enough times and it just loses all meaning? So
it's not nominal aphasia, it's like nominal satiation, I think.
I think it is nominal aphasia.
I thought nominal aphasia is when you can't remember nouns. And then satiation is when like you've said it so much that you say it. And,
it's satiation. That's the word. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Who's our wise rogue? Did we ever nail that?
No.
Semantic satiation. That's
semantic. I missed maybe the critical thing that ties it all together. Because I can be satiated from a good meal. In fact, it's happened before.
All right, gentlemen, it is past midnight and I'm sleepy.
You're past midnight.
Yeah. Good night.